The following is brought to you in part by System Blue. Products and education. System Blue.
My name's Gary Holly. I'm a driver for Gulf Coast Tours. We are here driving with the Blue Devils Drum and Bugle Corps. This is our first year. My wife, Beverly, she drives the guard bus. We also have Tim Stubbs, he's driving the Funliner, which is the drum bus. I marched with the Drum and Bugle Corps out of Montgomery, Alabama. Marched in '92 and '94, and I got bitten by the drum corps bug.
We got to keep the kids' house clean, man.
It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun too. It's very rewarding because you get to meet all the kids and get to interact with them, and we've been having a really good time with it.
Coming here was a very exciting for us to come here and help out, and not only just drive, but help cook. Just being around the activity and helping out as much as we possibly can is what we enjoy doing. And coming here to Blue Devils to help out, man, this basically is my dream.
In parallel to Shakespeare himself, the entire storyline of The Tempest is Prospero's creation. He brings the character Ferdinand to the island. Here, Ferdinand encounters Caliban and later falls in love with Prospero's daughter, Miranda. It is this love story that sets the theme for the ballad.
Ferdinand is Prospero's enemy's son, and he falls on the island not knowing where his family is, but finds Miranda, who is Prospero's daughter.
The first thing you see in the beginning of the ballad are lightning strikes. The Corps pretend like they're being struck, so they kind of do those kind of motions, and they all exit at the back of the field.
The ballad, the color guard walks in, kind of just in a daze, looking forward.
And it's supposed to symbolize us coming out of water.
The first horn entrance is actually backfield. All the horn members are behind the props, facing backfield. They're designed to echo off the back stands and create this just encompassing sound like it's like surround sound.
We have different pairs. There are dancer girl and boy rifle pairs, and then there is girl saber and dancer boy pair.
The first rifle part, they toss and a girl jumps on their back to catch. So Scott really wanted to see what choreography can we do that shows a sign of togetherness. We're foreshadowing the love between Ferdinand and Miranda.
Really loud, and there's a cymbal into it, and they stop playing, and then it's just us. The marimbas have a lot of technical things that are very difficult, I find, because we also have to line up with them, because it's like a marimba part, and then we finish it, and then a marimba part, and we finish it. So we're kind of all just working together here to be super expressive.
the ballad I play Miranda. When she first sees Ferdinand, she immediately fell in love, and that's kind of where that reaching comes from.
You'll see that me as Ferdinand and then Katie as Miranda, we get lifted in the middle of the ballad, and then everyone just circles around us, dancing, doing choreography, but we kind of just reach to each other. And it signifies that, you know, we are in love, there is something there, but you're never going to reach it. If you were to think of that in real life, you know, no one wants to have a forbidden love that you actually have to go through. In the eye section where she gets lifted in the air, it's kind of like that. Essentially, the whole play is Prospero's manipulation. It's almost as if you were to look into Prospero's eye so close that you would see people dancing and you would see Katie being lifted and you would see all these things happening in his eye, and that's why we make that.
As we transition into the final movement of the show, it is decision time for Prospero. Will he take revenge on the people that wronged him, or will he find the strength to forgive?
Prospero has to make the decision of whether or not he wants these people to suffer, or whether or not he wants them to go on living a happy life. And it's very enlightening, and it's a very positive feeling at the end of it all. It feels like since this was Shakespeare's last play, it's him letting go of whatever hardships came his way throughout all of his creativity.
We enter with the closer theme, and it's the closer in itself is a recapitulation of part of the ballad. So bringing in those themes and drawing them out. But my solo, it bridges the gap between the ballad and the Cape Fear theme that the brass line enters with.
The hurricane first forms and then it slowly moves across the field. And then all the arms of the hurricane switch immediately back to the 190 tempo and start circling around the eye of the storm, like intensifying the whole, creating more motion on the field. The listening environment for a lot of the players, since the percussion are in the middle and there's people behind the battery, people in front of the battery, we're spread 50 yards side to side and basically from front sideline to the back hash. So in order to get everyone in time together, it's quite a challenge.
We start the choreography with a rifle six, and then we do backhands on rifle, but parallel to the ground. So like our body's hovering over the rifle and it's very close to the ground with sachets under it. So we're doing like 4 things at a time.
And all of a sudden, the second rifle person comes behind us and we grab the second rifle. The whole double rifle feature is new and it takes a lot of mental concentration. It's basically juggling 2 rifles. You don't really know what rifle's up or which one's down. You just have to kind of go with the flow of things.
right after the hurricane, Garrison has some samples of actual quotes from The Tempest, and then immediately into a percussion feature at 190, and it's straight 16th notes for quite a few bars. If you're not right with it, there's not enough time to adjust, it just goes by way too fast.
These are actors, as I foretold you, we're all spirits and are melted into air.
I would say our closer this year is powerful.
It's a finale. It's like the resolution to the ending of a movie that's been like a long fight. So yeah, finale.
Into thin air. We are such stuff as dreams are made of.
Right now we're trying to take these slips that we had on in the beginning of the show, take them off during the ballad, and shove them in the stick bags so that we can hide them. We're trying to figure out this right now.
Well, we have the gold ones on permanently, and then we have the color ones, on with magnets.
You guys got to figure out what's going to be best for you and whoever your partner is back there with you.
Yeah.
All right. The whole goal is obviously before you come out for the closer to have gold drums. So if someone doesn't have a gold drum, we got to figure it out to help them out in the future. Hopefully we can just figure it out this time because we're probably going to get one shot at it. Ready?
What's going on here, Jeff? We are reviewing the run-through from this evening. And so what we've done is we filmed it on digital video and input it into the computer, and now the students are watching it and hopefully getting something important out of it, maybe like playing better tomorrow.
All right. So tonight's ensemble rehearsal, we have a little bit more time than we usually do. We don't have a short hour. We have about an hour and a half we want to break the run through. But the idea is we are setting you up for tomorrow night. All right. Tomorrow night is going to be the huge show, biggest show we've done all year. So let's make sure that you are attacking each rep and just being ferocious with this show.
With only a handful of days left in the season, rehearsal time is more precious than ever. Full practice days are running out, and ensemble blocks begin to reach their highest level of efficiency.
With our full ensemble rehearsals, generally in the beginning of the season it's more like segment based, where we're working small chunks, figuring out the vertical alignment, whereas as opposed to now, this late in the season where we're at, we try to look at the show as one big picture, like working major segments, transitions, and just really looking at the show from an effect standpoint and an emotion standpoint. So generally in our ensembles, you know, we have people in the box. We're giving big comments as far as like the big picture wise, whereas the field staff is giving more detailed things, like segment to segment, a little more refined, like player to player.
We've got to keep the flag at the 45 when we turn. Jasmine, you were a big offender of that time.
When we spread out into that double time, we cannot hear any ground in the sound, right? Okay, so you guys stay tall, firm up the abs, and make it happen.
Today's been a good day. We got a lot of little things done, which in the big picture make our show much better, because at this point of the season, it's just the little things that you gotta put. It's like the icing on top.
All right, listen up. So, going into these last few days, what we need to build is our focus and consistency. This run tonight has to be the most amazing one out of the entire season, and tomorrow's gonna be even better. Yes? Yep. That's just the way it has to be. We no longer have time to throw away reps or chunks or anything. No frac notes, nothing less than perfection for tonight's run. Yes? Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Set it up. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
The only thing that matters is how you make people feel, especially the audience. What I love about our show is that you guys get to have a conversation with the audience about art, about love, sin, forgiveness, all that stuff. No one else does that. And when you do that, it really lifts everything from the real world off of the audience, like the traffic getting here, the politics going on right now. All they do is just watch you, and you bring them to this other world that is awesome. All this stress that they've been dealing with, all that stuff goes away, and they're just enjoying your performance. The most important thing is, can you make a performance that is so good, so energetic, that they never forget it? That not only they never forget it, better yet, we never forget that performance together. Where the energy is so palpable that we can feel it, and you're giving us goosebumps before you even take the field. It's that confidence. We gotta all reach down deeper tonight. Find more energy, find more passion to bring out of the show, because I know you guys are capable of it, and we haven't reached our potential tonight. So can we do that? Can we bring more energy and have the best show we've ever had, right? Yeah! Let's do it up, Blue Devils. Give each other a hug. This might be one of the last few times you get to enjoy this show.
Next week on Inside BD360.
So much determination, so much passion that really goes into the show.
It's just a giant roar. You can feel the stadium shake a little bit.
No one does finals week like the Blue Devils. This is it.